Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to another Scrappy video. Today we are creating with a brand new collection and it is Beside the Sea, which is a brand new digital printable collection from Scrappy Sketch Premium, aka Lisa Sikorsky. And it is as you would guess, a beachy, seasidey, summer days sort of vibes collection and I love it. It is so nice, really, really nice. So before I go any further, let me just quickly show you what is included. I have started cutting some things apart, so let me just move them over there. So in this collection, you get two A4 pages, not A5, A4. You get loads of elements. You get a page of icons and like wordy bits. So in this collection, you've got the beach huts, the lighthouses, some shells and lifeboats, loads of tickets, some wordy bits, a boat, an anchor, some birds, some shells. Really, really nice. All the beachy colours, the blues, the oranges, the yellows. And then you get a second A4 page of elements, which is all about journaling. So you get these flags, some more sort of like label tickets, some squares, circles. These circles are also perfect for punching as well. So you can just pop your punch on. Let me show you. I printed a couple of sheets. So if we pop our punch around, let's have a look right there. Punch them out and you've got yourself a perfect circular label. Might as well do those whilst we're having a chat. So this collection you can buy as a full collection. Now it's only £4.95 for the whole collection, which you struggle to get any collection for that cheap. Obviously it is digital, so you're not going to get anything in the post. You need to print it yourself. Now I am pretty new to digital like collections. I know it is a big thing. A lot of people call it hybrid scrapbooking because you're scrapbooking in physical form but using digital products, so you're printing them yourselves. Karen Leahy is an absolute pro at it, and I know she's done some amazing work with the new digital collections. And I am loving it. The good thing about it is you can print as many as you want. So you're never going to run out, because if you like a particular element, so if you ever come across like an ephemera pack and thought, oh, I really like that, and then used it and ran out and that's it, it's gone. Unless you buy another full pack. Well, at least with a digital collection, you can just print another sheet and you've got one. So you can buy each sheet on its own. So if you just want this sheet, you can buy that. If you just want this sheet, you can buy that. It's designed to print on A4 paper or 8.5 by 11 for you guys in America. And it's perfectly set up. You get it in PDF, you download it straight away so you can get to work. And as I say, they are A4 in size, so you get tons and tons. Or you can buy the full collection, and with the full collection you're going to get both sheets of the elements plus one of each paper, and the papers in this collection are so good. So you get this one, which I love the pattern on this paper so much. Look at that, in the gorgeous blue, and there's also one in the coral colour. You get this lovely wavy paper, which I am a bit obsessed with. I love it. So much so I've actually printed two of them. Obviously you only get one of each paper in the collection and you can print as many as you want. Then there's anchor paper and there's a coral stripe in the background of that. Then you also get this stripe and it's sort of distressed with the oranges and the blues. Love that. I printed two of them as well. You get this dotted paper with the blues, the oranges and the yellows. I love that paper so much. And what you will also notice is the journaling elements are coordinated. So for example, there's the blue pattern on this circular one, you get the wave pattern, and here you've got the spotty pattern, so it all works beautifully together. Got another one of them. Then we've got another one of them. Clearly I love that paper. Then we've got this one, and I printed three of these because I love it, with the sort of ombre dark blue to almost white with the boat. Look at that, guys. That is so fun. And then the same but with a yellow sort of ombre. And it goes dark to light, light, dark, dark, dark with all the beach huts. How fun is that? So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 papers. Again, size for A4, easy to print. Everybody can print A4. You don't have to worry about, oh, can I print 12 by 12? And you can still create 12 by 12 layouts like we are today, even though it's A4 paper. And then you get these 2 sheets as well. Like, look at that collection. Love it. So, let me just pop all these together. Now, as I said, I have started cutting some out. I'm not the world's best fussy cutter, but you know, it's easily done. And until now, this video is going out a little bit later than planned, so I am really sorry, Lisa. Please forgive me. But it is what it is. However, if you go to the Scrapper Sketch Facebook group or look in the description box down below, there will be a code, and until midnight or 11:59 p.m. today, which is Monday, the 22nd of May, you will save 20% off all of the digital printables, and there's 3 collections at the minute: Rainbow Wishes, Adventure Trail, and Beside the Sea. So you can save 20% on all of that, as well as the stencils. And I've already shown you all the stencils, but they are amazing. I am loving them so much. For my layout today, I'm actually going to use 5 stencils, which is exciting. Well, 4 stencils and a mask. I've used this mask, which I'm going to try and give you all the names. I've got the website up here because I've not yet memorised them all. This is the Circles mini mask, and again, until tonight you can get 20% off. So we've used that one. I have also used the, what's it called? All the X's stencil, which is this one, and this has to be one of my favourite ever stencils. I love the X's that are in the Vintage Artistry Everywhere collection from 49 Market. I'm obsessed with plus signs and X's, so I love that. We have also got the Adventure Trail stencil. So this is the one with all these different patterns. Got triangles, arrows, plus signs, and dots. I've used some of the dots and plus signs on today's layout. We have also used the Star Confetti stencil. You can see I've used some spray on it, which has stained it. That does it with all of them. For example, the Vicky Booten stencil here is stained because of the sprays. It's not specific to this one. I just didn't wash it off in time, basically. So that's the Star Confetti stencil. And In the Round, which is this one. And this is one of my favourite ever stencils. I love that as well. So I have used all 5 of those. Now I have created my background already, and here it is. I gave you a sneak peek on my Scrap Backwards video. Sorry I didn't create it live. There's just so many layers that needed to dry between that it just wasn't practical. So what I did was I started with the Circles mini mask, and I did 2 parts. So I did there, and then I did there, I did there, and then I did there. And then I went over that with some of the In the Round. So in some of the circles, I've just used some darker blue ink, Uncharted Mariner, I think. And then I've just added loads and loads more. I've used the crosses, I've used the dots, I've used the arrows. We've got some plus signs. We've got tons and tons of spray. But that is, there's so much detail in there. And it is proper, like, messy. I tried to make the bottom a little bit heavier than the top, and it is a little bit. This one's a bit more like wavy, whereas this is a bit more blocky. And then we've just got some splatters in the middle. I could have easily done the middle as well and made it a whole background, which would have looked lovely. The best thing about Lisa's stencils is 90% of them are made to align, so that you can easily, even though it's a small stencil, so for example, the Star Confetti, even though it is an A5 stencil with this, you've got a big border, So if you're like me and messy, you're not going to go over it and have that horrible line. But then it equally lines up really easily, so you can repeat it with ease and create a 12x12 background just with that little stencil. So this is what we are creating today because I'm quite happy with this. I don't do mixed media. If you've been around here for a while, then you'll know I'm not really a mixed media kind of guy, but I'm quite happy with this. It is a bit crumpled because I have used quite a bit of water and spray inks. I used Dina Wakley gloss sprays in 4 different colours, as well as distress ink on the base, and then water, and then I did a bit more water on these, and then we had more distress ink. So it took a while to do between the layers and drying. But yeah, that's what I have created. I really like it. And that is all done with Scrapper Sketch Premium Stencils. So go and have a look and see which ones take your fancy, because they are really, really, really nice. And I know there are some more coming out very soon. So what I thought initially, I was going to do loads of stripes, and I'm not sure whether to do stripes or to do circles. I think we're going to stick with my initial idea of stripes, because that's what I can't talk. That's what I first thought about doing. So let's grab the trimmer and get chopping. So I'm going to chop this first row of these chuts off, and then I'm just going to get rid of the white border just to make it straight. Of course, these are digital collections, so they are for personal use only. Same with the premium sketches, don't share them. Let's be mindful, but you can print it as much as you want, so you're never going to run out. And I, for one, especially this paper, probably all the papers to be honest, but this one, the boat one, the dot and the line, I could see myself using time and time again. I just love it so much. So I'm going to do different widths of strips. I'm going to start with 3 of them, because we can always cut more. Then I want to use some of this boat paper. So again, now I printed it on a mix of heavy cardstock and light cardstock and heavy paper. You can print it on whatever you want, really. Whatever you have works perfectly fine. Okay. So we're going to do the same with this. Now, I'm not focused too much on like length yet, because what I'll probably do is end up tearing some off like I do. So for now, I'm just randomly doing some widths like so. And we're going to carry on. I want to use most of the patterns in this collection. So we're just going to keep on going like so. One more. And then 1, 2, 3. So I'm using one of each 3 times at the moment. We may change that as we go. We shall see. Bear with me 1 second. Then we've got our stripes. Now for the stripes, I'm going to keep it this way rather than going that way, I think. Just because I prefer, that way. And you're also going to get more colour, which is always a good thing. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't think I'm going to use the anchor paper, just because I don't think I need it. I don't know what photo we're using yet. And I don't think we're going to use... I don't know about them yet. Definitely want to use some of this wave paper because it's amazing. So let's get that on. Go. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then one more. So I think we'll go for this coral, just because we have got quite a lot of blue on our layout now. So it's quite a quick and easy layout, because the mixed media has actually done a lot of the work. And part of me wishes I'd have made it full page, because then I would have just used some of the paper. But equally, I figured it's kind of pointless, because you're not going to see the middle by the time I've got the strips of paper. That was my thinking anyway. Okay. So now it's a case of getting these on our page. So let's move these over. I think we'll start with our beach huts. Now I'm not going to go for the torn. Yeah, we're going to go for the torn. I can't not do torn. So let's do that. And I'm going for different lengths. I'm not measuring them at all. I want them to all be different. Like so. And I'm not bothered if things are straight or wonky. Start that there. We're just going to keep on going. Didn't tear that one first. Let me just do that. Okey-dokey. Then we've got our stripe. Which I'm going to tuck under that one, I think. And then our boat. I love this boat, it's so fun. Pop that there. Like so, and I'm just going to repeat. So I'll just go off camera and do that, just because it's going to be a bit boring. It's literally all I'm doing is just repeating it now, because we've used one of each one that we've cut. I'm probably not going to get 3 of each one, looking at what space we've got left. So I'll omit a couple as I go, and I will be back with you in a moment. Okay, so that is all the pattern paper strips down. I've also cut out some other bits and bobs. I've got some alpha stickers, and I've done a couple of bits here. I've used a bit of the reverse of this paper, because I wanted some white, but I wanted some of the pattern to show when I fold it over. And then I've used my notebook punch and scrunched it up. I've used some of the journaling elements here. We've got one of these, a flag, a banner, a circle. I've used a new flare that is coming soon on there as well, and we're going to pop that there. Like so. So we've got like a little cluster going on there. And I'm going to pop this so that we can see a little bit of the yellow paper there and some of the spotty paper there. Like so. I love this mixed media. I have covered quite a bit of it, but that's the way it goes. That's why I don't do mixed media much, because you just cover it all up. And then I'm going to tuck a couple of these journaling spots under here at an angle. Now, the photo that I am scrapbooking is a photo of Kathy, aka Scrappy Kathy, who is a huge fan of Lisa's, so I thought it was appropriate to use a photo of us. We're on board the North Star, which is on the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas. And yeah, I love this photo, and I really love this photo. It's such a good photo. And I don't say that very much about photos that I am on, but I do like this photo. I'm also going to use another one of these circles that we punched out from the Elements page, and I'm going to tuck that in here as well, just to give a bit of separation where these join. And I've also cut out the beach huts. Not that beach huts really have anything to do with this photo, but they're beachy, you know, so it works for me. I am fine with that, and Kathy is that kind of scrapper as well. I don't have to have things make sense to other people as long as they make sense to me. We're on a cruise ship in port, on a beach nearly. That's close enough for me. So I'm going to layer those three up there. And I've also got a couple of the word banners that I'm going to use. So we've got one that says My Happy Place and one that says By the Coast. So My Happy Place is going to go here, and By the Coast I think we might put down here. Don't know why I went up there, but you know. I've also got these tickets and these flag banner thingamajiggies. Now I don't know which ones I want to use here. Now that might look quite random. Yeah, it does look a little bit too random. I am going to use these tickets, so I have cut all 4 of these style, and we're going to have them sort of tucked in at the top and the bottom. So I'm going to put 2 up there and 2 down here, like so. There we go. So I love that, and then I'm just going to put these to one side for a moment, and we're going to do our title. And I think I'm going to put my title up going this way, but look at all these fun details. All of this has come from Lisa's product. How amazing is that? I love all the pattern papers, I love the stenciling, and all the elements. Just amazing. So I've got some Aria alphabet puffies from Bella Boulevard in yellow, bell pepper actually, and some Simple Stories Colour Vibe in this sort of teal colour. And these are the foam. I'm not a huge fan of these because I find that they lose their shape whenever I handle them, but it's fine. I'm going to work with it because I have loads of them left and I need to start using stuff. So we're going to have our title as North Sea Explorers, I think. Nothing like overly inventive, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't always put titles on, so at least I'm putting a title on it. It's progress. So North Sea. And as I was saying before, don't forget to check out scrappersketch.com. You can sign up to the premium, £1.95 a month, or just look at the awesome stencils. And you can get your hands on this printable collection and start creating with it right away. So North Sea. Just need to move this little word banner a bit. I'm going to actually roll the ends up a bit as well. Pop that to there. Just because I want our title to come here. And these are quite chunky. So we've got E, Oh, I'm using an X. I never use an X from my alphas. One of the least used letters, I would imagine. Unless you use it as like a kiss. That was good timing, with good placement rather, not timing. So Explorer. How do you spell explorers? This is what happens. I have mind blocks. Explorers. I was thinking then, do I need another E? But that wouldn't have been right. So see, this is where, when I use alphas, it gets to this point. Like, what words can we make now? Got quite a couple of A's. 1, 2, 3 I's, 3 U's, and 1 O. No E's, and lots of other letters missing. I'm also going to use one of the hearts there and there. Why not? Okay, so North Sea Explorers. The title isn't massively visible, but it is more so in real life. And I think that's probably going to do it. I don't think we need much more. Maybe I'm going to put a couple of these down there. Just on here. Let's have a look. Just sort of like that. And then what I will do, if I can find it, which I can, believe it or not. I'm actually going to put the date on here as well. So we've got, it was June 2022, and it was the 23rd of June. So let's move that around to there. Now I always check it because I usually get the placement wrong. So let me just check it. I'm going to use some distress ink. Okay, I've got that right. Let's pop that there, like so. I'm going to leave this out. I want to start dating my layouts more. So if I leave it out, I'm more likely to remember. So we've got that going on down there as well. And then, just to finish it off, let's use another one of our circles tucked under there. Like so. And I think I will use, let me see. I am going to bring in one thing not from the collection, and that is just a puffy sun just to go on there. That's from my Scrap Backwards kit, which of course I do with this lovely lady. Then just to finish it off, let's add some journaling. So added that there. So just saying that we couldn't get on it the first time because we had an issue with the booking, but we got on it while we were importing Le Havre. And that is going to do it. I also mounted the entire thing on some North Sea basil cardstock just to give it a bit of structure. And that is going to do it, guys. Don't forget to check out scrappersketch.com, and I will be back with another layout in a day or two. Bye for now.